Hey, hey, we're not yet through. We're this reviewing where that file came from. So that came from the delivered file. Okay, this is the delivered file. So from the delivered file, you have, you can print your BR and you can print your delivered stock. Okay, how about this not delivered? Where did this come from? So let's review that. You see your file over here? That's undelivered. That's the undel file. That's your data. So in summary, it's so easy. You get both your file, put together receipt file from the delivered, and you get your data from the undelivered, which is what was not delivered. We're not talk about that for just a while. So let's proceed with our flow. Okay, let's forget about your BR for a while. Let's from your delivered and undelivered file. There, you go to accounting entries. Okay, that's your accounting entries over here. Now here, since the default is a debit inventory, the credit should be your supplier. Let's not talk about taxes for it. Let's forget about those input taxes if you're purchasing importation and so on, or input VAT. So let's not complicate it. So let's have a debit, which is this entry, and this was created by copy pasting. This is just a copy paste procedure. If you're familiar with how my system works, it's a lot of copy pasting. Why is that? So that there will not be entry, there will not be mistakes in the amount. Okay, so we're here, process accounting entries, and once you do that, once you have made your entries and have defined, you should have defined your purchases here. Okay, moving right to the right, this is how it happens. This portion you see here, it says convert delivered report into purchase record. How does that happen? It happens here. This is where it happens. Once you pop that record and you say it's purchases, what happens really is that file does not only form part of the delivered file here, but it also forms part of the GL entries file because of your definition of purchases. See? This is crucial. Now what's nice about this video is you just keep on repeating them until you understand what it means. But do you really want to understand what it means? You don't really have to. This is just a help for the developer or probably the user who would want to explore further. This is not a user procedure where it is really needed to run the system. No, we're just explaining to you how the system works and how MS Access is able to do it. a database which can do manufacturing. So that's something else, huh? Okay, from these entries, we all know that this will give you the transaction report. The transaction report where you will get your trial balance and so on and so forth, which is your books of accounts. If it's purchase book. If it's sales, then sales book. Now, why are we talking about these two books? Why aren't we talking about the cash disbursement and the cash receipts books? Because we are talking about inventory here. This topic is about that. So, the same file will give you stock file. It goes to the stock file. Why? Because it is selected. So let's review what is a stock file. Why does it gives you this stock card? Or better yet, let's look at the stock card. Okay. So the stock card is a report. So you go to report management. Okay. It's too fast. Okay, there. That's your stock card. Click that and notice the title is that raw material. This is a welding rod, and if you've gone through the video, then you know that this is an accurate generation of a stock card because we purchased it once. We purchased it with this quantity, and that was the discounted cost over here. So you get that value. So that is your balance. Alright. So, okay, since we've gone through it, the stock card, the next is, where did that stock card come from? How was it related to the transaction file which we converted by using the classification of purchases? Remember, we classified the delivered record into purchase. That's why it went through these GL entries, and from these GL entries it goes to this file and it goes to the stock card. We've seen the stock card. We know it comes from stock, but let's review it. Just a proof of where did that file come from. So there's the stock. You see that file? Okay. Well, let's exit. Now stock. Now let's find that stock. There. Stock is there. Okay. If you go to the design view, you would know that the stock came from this transaction file. So that's proof. Proof for you that whatever comes in from your conversion of your delivered record from your purchases, when there is a bodeguero receipt, so it's delivered, it goes to the transaction file and it goes to the stock file by a selection process. Okay? By this selection process. You see? That's how the system knows. That's how the system knows that you want to print. You want to print the stock card. Alright, so that's how the system knows. And the other thing here is that the stock position. Let's go through that. Remember